Mm. Yeah, the ogre. Yeah.
You arrive. Good. Yes. We have only a brief window of opportunity. The darkness is thick here, coalesced inside this effigy of Emperor Callus. It is
Yeah.
tethered to his very mind. I have snared that thread, caught it between my fingers and woven it into a tapestry. One that I can weave you into. Enter Callus's consciousness.
Yeah.
Use this opportunity to steal his darkest secrets from him. Now go. Time. What you feel may seem like reality, but it is not the one you know. Your mind now stretches across a vast gulf.
Probably. When in doubt, do mint. That's what I used when I was doing mine, but I don't know about master yet. I think so.
Is the mighty goal too great a coward to kneel down and take my head from my shoulders? I am as you made me, and I won't kill you of my choice. But it is not. Kaitos stained my blade.
Yeah, aren't they like in every encounter too?
Remember that.
Crazy. Yeah. Thunderlord. Oh yeah, Grand Overture. Forget about that. Darcy damage. Let's go.
You were bred to be a sorrow bearer. I seek a hive commander, but those are not so readily available. So I made you.
Yeah, I think so. Like, it depends, like, if it lasts long enough to survive the whole damage phase. But you'd probably, like, pop it after the first one, or, like, pop it straight away and, like, try and not die on the last one. Yeah, they have like no health. They're great. That's not too bad. That's not... Oh, I'm just saying it's not too bad. For a milestone. Yeah. I'm guessing you're using mint and auger? Or... Oh, overture, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. You know the other great thing about Stasis Titan is that if you use Aeon Adapter on Stasis Titan and then you shoot one of your crystals with a mint, that counts as killing an enemy with mint, so you get the 20% PR for shooting a crystal. Yeah. kind of crazy. So you have like the 50% DR with Frost Armor. And then you have the mint with the Aeon Adapter. The amount of DR you can have. I was using it in the Node Avalon Conquest, -50, and I was tanking so much shit that I probably shouldn't have been tanking. Yeah, it's not as hard as I was expecting it to be, because you got a fucking hour to do it, so it's like, if you just play it safe and play it slow, you'll be chill. But those enemies do hurt. I just did it with some LFGs. I found some LFGs and I was like, let's do it. And it took us about 2 attempts. First time one person died to a Wyvern on the first phase, so we just wiped. You have to be 535, but I'd recommend getting 550, because like, even if you hit 535, you will not be like, you'll be -60 if you do it at 530, which I do not recommend it. Doing anything at -60. Especially not that thing. More that just the boss has just ridiculous amounts of health, even at -50. Kind of crazy how much health that thing has. You're just sitting there for hours. Yeah, it's the Hobgoblin, but it's also the Hydra as the first boss. Hydra, and then so you got 2 bosses that have ridiculous amounts of health. I didn't find them too bad. Like, of course, if they're not like the super teleporty ones. Like, the super teleporting ones that teleport everywhere are way worse. These ones are way more chill. They're still not easy. Like, if you let your guard down and get into their close quarters with them, you're gonna get fucked real quick. But they're not as bad as I was expecting. It's more of an issue of like, you have to keep your health up pretty high, because there is the no reviving modifier. Yeah, but there's also the sprinting modifier, so you have to constantly keep moving. So, which means that you can heal by just running around a little bit, but it's very slow. So it's like really good to have like high amounts of DR, so you just have ridiculous amounts of health. Yeah, I remember those, yeah. I think my first mint is the one I'm still using. Oh, I should put freedom switch on it. What am I doing? Search for getting I think I was doing my solo of that dungeon, and I had my mint, and I wasn't doing as much damage. I was like just missing out on the 2-phase by just like a little bit, and I was like, why am I not getting the 2-phase? Like, I've got my surges, I've got everything, and then I saw that I had my mint, but I had I didn't have bait and switch on my mint, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's more like if you're running Finale's Augur, you like bait and switch is so easy to proc. So like it's just more free. I just don't have to think as much. But like I think the other one, what's it called? Elemental is high potential. Dude, these blueberries need to stop freaking dying all the time. Oh yeah, those backpacks. Take those backpacks. You could. Yeah, I was just thinking of like any other really good ad player. There's like, if you want to be careful, you could run. I don't know how much arc, because all the legionaries fire arc. But you could run Risk Runner if you wanted to play it really safe. Good ad player. But it depends how much arc. I can't remember if there's many arc legionaries. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, Trinity is like, as soon as you get into things above level, like, it starts to suffer a bit. Mhm. In the kinetic slot, uh, Kavostov's pretty nice. Diet is nice. Those are my two favorite. Um,
There was a time I would have gladly laid in death beside you, here in these crypts. But we were both different then. No one of honor will be interred here. The dead are raw materials and nothing more. Shadows were cast here. History made.
oh yeah. How's Spire of the Watcher? Is Spire of the Watcher very difficult, Solo? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, it made it easier to do damage on him, but I'm wondering on Master, does it just one-shot you? On normal, I just meleeed him when he went off, and I did nothing. Like, did a bit of damage, and I was fine. And I could do, like, two-phase, but that's normal, so, like, not... Nope, I did not get obliterated by that once. Sometimes I got thrown back, and then I'd take a lot of damage, but usually I'd still survive. You could, like, pop a super towards the end or something, or, like, have, like... Should there be a way to, like, dodge that kind of attack? Not dodge it, but, like, negate it. Like, I could run a glaive as a primary, and pull out the glaive when the guy's about to explode. I'd make it very easy. Because that's the dungeon I think I've run the most amount of times. recently. So I used to love doing like solo flawlesses as quickly as I can of it. I think I got like 14 solo flawlesses on it back when it first came out. I was gonna beat it first try when I was doing all the dungeons this time, because I just know it so well, that dungeon. But then my mouse ran out of charge. Mid-wyvern fight. Like I was close to killing the boss, and then my mouse ran out of charge. It was crazy. Yeah, I actually jumped around the boss for like a solid 5 minutes because I have another mouse, but it's like a really old, shitty Acer one, my like laptop, and I was getting the, as I was jumping around the boss, like without being able to look, just using the keyboard, I was using my other hand to get the battery out of it and into my other mouse. And I managed to do that, and I went back to the fight, and then after I did damage, I went AFK to try and find a proper battery, and somehow I died when I was AFK. All that, and I had to do it again. It was fine. I got it the next try. Yeah, it's a very easy. I have to say, the boss that I had the most trouble with damage-wise, like doing enough damage, was freaking the guy from Sundered Doctrine. Fuck that guy. He just runs. Yeah, final. He just fucking doesn't stay still. Like hides. Very irritating. He's not. It's a very easy fight. It's a very easy fight. Yeah, it's just really hard to do a lot of consistent damage on him. Yeah, this is completely stuffed. This, I'm trying to do a Contest of Elders because there's the Stasis SMG is available as the focus on it. But you got like 1 revive and you barely get any revives. Ever. And the blueberries just keep dying. Yeah, like I don't know how you get revives. How do you fucking get revives? But there's no champion. Do you get revives every encounter? Because we haven't been getting any. Those are a revive. I just got one shot by freaking melee. Wow. And somehow we have no revives again. And the blue bear died. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Fuck. Holy hell, I can't even find anyone for this one. If I can find her. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've ordered a new mic. A new mic. I'll have a new proper mic by the end of this week. So I'll I just use a like a $70 Acer headset with mic and headphones. That's what I use right now. Oh shit. Yeah. No, I launched this thing. Didn't mean to. That's fine. Yeah, it's pretty much the headset I've been using for like the whole time I've had a headset. It's just this Astro, actually. Wait. Yeah, it's an Astro. Not an Acer. But it's wired, and the wire is really annoying me. It's the one I used to use for my PS5. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that. Oh, yeah, I had that one time at Turtle Beach. Very fair, very fair.
She is more beautiful than any star I have ever beheld. I name her Kaito, for the brightest star in our sky. May she outshine it always.
I love moths. Invisible moths, just randomly. I just gotta get the other thing I need to do as getting better is I also need to get better at my loadout swaps on PC. Because it's very fun. Oh yeah. That is so fair. No, that's exactly what I do. Yeah, I hate that. They need 1 billion more loadout slots in this freaking game. In fact, we only have like 12. It's like criminal. Yeah, what's your opinions on not swap? Yeah. I also kind of agree with that. Like, I think people are overreacting with it, but like, yeah. Technically, if Bungie it says like this game is meant to be an MMO kind of thing, so you're meant to be have to choose between being a offensive ad clear gameplay, offensive damage gameplay, defensive ad clear, or like a healer build or a support build or all the other stuff. It's weird to have a game where you can be all three. Yeah. 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 It really is. That's why I was like, wasn't super happy with day one Desert Pikachu. That was rough. Yeah. I like choosing the role that I'm gonna play in an encounter and having that, like, that's my role. I love playing support on Warlock, which is a really weird thing, but a lot of people don't like doing the heal Warlock, but like, I love support auto rifles. I love them so much. So good. So underrated. Especially the new one. Have you gotten the new one yet? Yeah. Yeah. We should do some runs. Like, even not like low man, just like proper runs. Oh yeah, no worries. It's a very Like, it's a very complex encounter to get your head around for the first time, but then it's very simple. Yeah. Like, it's nowhere near as complex. It's probably like, I'd say it's the easier of all the encounters in the raid. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the first section is you're finding out the color that you need of the chronon. You're speeding up the encounter to figure out the color quicker. Then the next part is yes. At the end of every damage phase, you'll find another color. There'll be another color that shows up because it happens at the end of every phase. So like the first phase is like you throw that phase away to extend damage. You throw that phase away so that then you can find the color out, and then the next phase you actually, it's a proper phase that you actually do the mechanics. Then because you know the color, you've already aligned, so you can instantly go into the mechanics instead of having to guess. And then at the end of every damage phase, you find out the next damage phase's color, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, pretty much. I think the hardest thing about it is just remembering to look. Everyone forgetting to look to see the color is the biggest thing that I've noticed gets people messed up. Yeah, it's a very I like the encounter. It's just very difficult to explain to someone who's never done it before. Like if you know how the encounter flows, kind of like you've done it before, but you can't remember, it's very easy to explain it. But if someone's going into it completely fresh, they're just like, what the fuck is this? Like I was when I did it the first time, I was just like, what the hell? Why did it count? next. Yeah. Concept of is just get this SMG, that is the focus for today. Pretty much as a warm-up so that then I'll be going back to doing my solo attempts for the second boss. Yeah. It's pretty good. Like, it has some cool, interesting new stasis things where if you get like multi-kills it creates stasis crystals and stuff. Yeah, for Behemoth, but also like it has really good PvP stuff. It's just something I don't really need it. I'm just doing this mostly to just warm up. Oh yeah. The sliding capabilities.
Oh yeah, it's nice now since it slows. It used to be really broken when you double punch. You do that free kill on anybody.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That with
that's a
On prismatic. And prismatic as well. Gets knockout. Then you get a diamond land. 3 seconds now.
I see some dudes with
I was never super comfortable with that weapon. Yeah. Good old days where you could build the stacks up on immune targets. Even if you load into Contest of Elders, it just overrides all the modifiers you've chosen. I don't know, like I've tried to do it twice. Because it has its own modifier system. So like I've tried twice to get in to here with having my own modifiers set, but it just still overrides all of them. Crazy. And she's like, choose your way. Choose how you want to play. But no. Dude, that's crazy. We get killed by the freaking mechanic. Because the mechanic gets affected by the freaking explosion. Holy shit, this game. Why is this game?
Get him! Would you like to do a master low master? Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to.
Would you like to do master boss duo?
Yeah.
With
The server I sent you. Look at the server I sent you. Join us.
I want to learn how to do warlock roll, so it could be whatever you want.
Oh, I'm on Titan right now, so.
Yeah, join the server. Oh, okay, join the PC.
Oh. So you can join me if you would like. I'll have to. It'll actually be in general. I can type. Won't have to do it with this bozo name. Codependency.
Oh yeah. I'll probably be. I'm gonna see if I can have an attack.